And off we go. We are underway. What a game we have in stock here. Preseli Barbars qualifying for this one as winners of Group A. Conker Knights as the second highest ranking third place team in the group stages. So this is set to be a really tight contest between these two. So
two teams here, both new to Bournemouth Sevens, and you'll find that the Barbars brilliant finish to their league campaign, and the Knights in what has been termed the pool of death, both the winner and the runner-up in the same pool from last year with these guys as well. So they've done very, very well to qualify into this quarterfinals. And you get to this point and all the form means absolutely nothing. It is a sudden death, winner takes all. Exciting competition here between the two. And if we have a draw at full time, then we go to sudden death. And that is an exciting prospect for us to see here. So it's winner takes all between these two teams. And what are your feelings on this game, Warren?
Well, it's so tight, but we know that the Preseli Barbars, the reason they've got a couple of those wins is so they've got some really pacey guys in their back line. The likes of Amir Jawal-Walji, the number 7 that we've just seen. The likes of Lloyd Wilkins, the number 10. We've seen Sam Potter as well, number 12. Some fast, pacey runners. But Conker Knights like to grapple at the breakdown. That's exactly what they've done here to win it back. Rodri Davis spreading it out to William. But referee says there's been a knock-on, so a scrum back to the Preseli Barbars. So it'll be a bit of battle of pace, but what battle against what they can do at the breakdown, I think.
Yeah, we've got some people in real hit good form, got quality players all over the place there, and it's a tantalising affair between these two teams. Like we said, two new teams, so they'll both be excited, I'm sure, to be competing for a place in the semi-final, and it will be Lloyd Wilkins to put the ball in for the Barbars.
Ethan Phillips trying to break away and find some space, and that work has created a space for Amir Jawal-Walji to sprint towards the corner. He will outpace Dolby, get a tap tackle, and he's just about done enough. What a tap tackle that is from Conker Knights' Harry Dole. He's been doing that in defence all throughout this competition, and then again they've gone too quickly, but what a tap tackle that was from the number 4 for Conker Knights, right at the death.
Yeah, we've seen Walji score from there so many times so far this tournament, and he just tapped into the touch there. Just 1 foot into touch. Brilliant defensive work from the Conker Knights. Remains at 0-0, but in a perilous position here. Really good off the top there, and first opportunity we have seen to these Knights run at them.
So Williams with a brilliant offload to keep Conker Knights charging forward. It's good covering work from the Barbars with their number 12, Sam Potter, and they decide to get going straight away. Sam Potter, having won the penalty, will go into the corner, and it will be Preseli Barbars to open the scoring.
Well, real to and fro here between these two teams. Brilliant out the back of the hand pass from William there, and you thought actually for one moment the Knights were out, but they were well tackled, and Sam Potter pounces on that, takes his time. Brilliant finish from him, good pace from him, and it is first blood to the Barbars in this knockout quarter-final between these two teams.
I'll tell you what, Sam Potter was doing this. Did this twice in the win against the Keita Hammerheads. To get them into this position, get them to the top of the group. Getting the openings right here, the version wide, with a lead for Preseli Barbars, 5-0. Played the opening quarter of this match. What a cracking one it's proving to be under this sun. Bit of good news from the sides here as well. They managed to get the runaway 10 back up again, so good news for everybody down to our left. So Preseli Barbars to restart. I think that's going to be called back. So an opportunity for Conker Knights to build something here, Sam.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a freebie, as we often say. That restart is so important, makes a big difference in sevens, and the Conker Knights will be pleased with that possession. So there's an opportunity for them to tack down the left-hand side through Rodri Davies. Creates a lot of opportunities really for this Knights team.
Oh, a steal though from Jordan Cox. He ripped it out of the hands, and then followed up by a big tackle from William. Wonderful quality on display here, and now a breakaway from Ethan Phillips, kicks it forward. He's asking for the chase, but the Conker Knights will get there first. Ripped over the try line, but a penalty conceded against Conker Knights for Conker Knights for the high tackle, and now a chance to counter from their own half. Bit of an overlap as well, and they've got some fast runners of their own. Among them is their number 4, Harry Dolly. Got that brilliant tackle on the other side. He's now showing what he can do at the other end, striding his way towards the try line, and it will draw the Conker Knights level.
So Harry Dole then, great work from him. We know that in broken play, both 7s and 15s rugby, that's where all the space opens up. And in 7s, when there's any sort of broken play as well, there's pockets of space absolutely everywhere. Harry Dole exploited that brilliantly. Just a quick turn of pace, shows a clean set of heels, and he was and is away. You should think that really the Knights should take the lead here.
Rodri Davis, the man to step up for the men in neon.
Just a reminder about how things are going to run here. I've got knockout stages here. At 4 o'clock we'll have the RS Spitfires, all being well, with the wind up top, how windy it is up there, dropping some parachuters into the pitch here. That's all being well, so hopefully that will go ahead. And then at the end of rugby, if you've run any sort of sports, there will be the sports presentation, and that will happen directly after the final here on pitch. Over by the netball control, that's over by the netball pitches, over by the main part of the netball pitches over there. Netball control, all the presentations will be happening there directly after the final here on pitch 1, but we have got loads of rugby to happen in the meantime, and having scored a try and off the basis of giving a free kick, they have given that straight back to the Barbars, and they have an opportunity for a free kick in the middle of the pitch and a bit of possession to run again at this Knights team.
Yeah, 40 seconds left in this first half. Wilkins looking to spread the ball around, and Wildry trying to twist and turn away from Gwilliam, but won't be able to do so in that scenario. They bring it back to the middle. Phillips spreading it out to Jordan Coxley, man who ripped the ball out a few moments ago, and some dramatics there from Jordan Evans to get away from the breakdown. Phillips and Wilkins keeping it moving, and they get a penalty as well, so a chance to really drive at this Conker Knights defence in the closing stage of this first half, and they'll give it to their pacey man Sam Potter, who got that try. Double tackle on him though, brutish stuff, but Wowji is escaping, creates a bit of space, looks for one more pass but won't get it away. The Barbars are able to collect it. My goodness, it's nip and tuck out there at the moment, and they're trying to break away now. Maybe a little bit of space for Conker Knights to get away. Get the free kick option, decides to rip away, now they decide to counter forward. Lovely twists and turns from Rodri Davis, but now Simbin, a big drama here, because Preseli Barbars going down to 6 men. Lloyd Wilkins showing a yellow card, and Preseli Barbars all of a sudden facing the battle, and now Conker Knights looking to counter immediately, and they will certainly do that. Harper Chamberlain will take them into half-time, and Conker Knights going into the lead with their second try.
Well, really, we're going to come back really to Rodri Davis. Brilliant individual work from him. Draws a penalty, not being released, then once again goes at that defence. Draws another penalty, down to 6. That could be a significant power play, and then you will find that the Conker Knights then exposing those gaps, and there will be opportunity in the second half for them to expose those gaps as well. Barbars will still be down to 6 for the first part of the second half, and there's a real opportunity for the Knights to extend that gap even further. Now Rodri's going to want to add the 2, of course he will. Off his left peg, his favoured foot, good side for him. Let's see what he's got. Good contact, but just pushes that left, and it's going to remain 12-5 then to the Conker Knights at half-time. Cracking first half between these two teams, not much at all. We're seeing big commitment from these teams, Warren, in terms of how they're throwing themselves around the pitch.
They really are, both battling at the breakdown. There's not a lot of space out there at the moment. There's one little slip to get the break. We've only had it a couple of times, but it's such tight and solid defence out there for a 7s match. I feel like there's plenty of ball players out there on the field, but both doing really well. But that Simbin will be a key moment for Preseli Barbars. They'll need to hold strong, but Knights will look to capitalise on it, and they could really push away in the opening of the second half.
I think the Barbars will be happy if they manage to keep it to no conceding over the next kind of minute or so, and then kind of regroup once they go back to 7. And no doubt, I'm sure the Knights will be looking to capitalise on that opportunity for them. They're 1 score ahead, they'll want to get 2 before they go back to 7. So really beautifully poised quarter-final between these two teams, both new to the 7s. But our rugby will keep rolling on after half-time. So next up on pitch 1, we will have the second of our quarterfinals, Apache taking on the Fakita Hammerheads. That'll be followed by Rugby Cancer versus the Voyagers, and then we'll have the Wyvern Harlequins versus Speranza 22. That is the quarterfinal set up for you here at pitch 1. Those are the 8 teams that have qualified. The first 2 are here in front of us in the purple. The Preseli Barbars taking on the the Knights, and Winnell will take call and go forward to the semi-final later on here on pitch 1.
So off we go again then. Sam Potter getting us restarted into the Conga Knights' hands. Daftland. So Royce this one. Williams spreading it across. Nice. Thought about having a bit of space, but weren't able to make their way through. A lovely bit of work. William collecting into Daftland. Thought about going for the space, and he will do now. Just got his coattails held onto. The Barbars still in possession. Lewis Millen keeping it moving. Harry Dole, he got that try in the first half, and he's found another way through the Preseli Barbars. They've left the hole again, the 6 men, and Harry Dole taking advantage to go under the post.
Well, great break initially from Daftland through the middle there, and super strong rucking from Rodri Davis to secure possession. And those two basics, which these teams do really well, and finished off brilliantly. Well, that is first strike to the Knights. That's exactly what they wanted to do, whilst the Barbars were down to 6. So what a good use of the power play by the Knights. They're back to 7 now, the Barbars. The Knights have that 2-score buffer. 14 points separate these two teams. 2 scores, that's nothing in sevens, but that's exactly how Knights would want to be at this point of this game. Both teams just composing themselves now. It's coming to the knockout stages of what has been a pretty grueling weekend anyway of hot rugby. Well, great restart there from Rodri Davis. Really well taken in by the Barbars, but just not forwards. Good pressure from the Knights on this Barbars team. And they're going to want to keep imposing themselves on this Barbars team, will the Knights. Conqueror Knights doing very well to get out of their group. Qualifying 3rd, but up against last year's champions and last year's runners-up, all in the same group. So brilliant work from them to qualify out of that group, and the Barbars equally new to Bournemouth Sevens, but showing some real flair here. And that's through this man here. He's an absolute blistering runner. It's so difficult to defend against him. One-handed offload on the inside there, and it's giving Alex Christopher's going to touch down. Well, Walji, creator of that try, and try there for Alex Christopher and the Preseli Barbars.
Yeah, brilliant move coming out of the strongest. Immediately getting the ball as wide as they can. They know that Walji is the wild runner down that right wing. Just needed a bit of support on his inside. He knew he would create the space and draw the defenders in. That's exactly what Christopher was there for. They get the conversion as well. We're down to a 1-try game in this one with just over 4 minutes remaining. It's going to be a really exciting finish for this one.
Yeah, both teams making sure they've got their on-form players on the pitch, and Walji is certainly one of those. He's creator of that. So difficult to manage him, and brilliant burst from him, super pace. And the Knights will want to keep an eye on him as well. We've got another freebie then. That's another free kick on the halfway line. These restarts, these two teams are just gifting each other. Maybe it's just being friendly. So you have the ball, we'll have the ball. Maybe that's how they're working it.
In the mood of giving. I mean, you look at the top of the trees though as well. So now the wind has certainly started to pick up. We've seen from the runaway gazebo as well that has been the case. But it will certainly get a bit of a wind in the coats of some of these players here. Conquer Knights trying to battle to keep hold of this ball and keep hold of their lead as well. Daftland taking it into possession, throws it out as if he was throwing out the garbage there. William sprinting forward, gets the ball through, and there is a gap, and there will be a try for Harper Chamberlain, his 2nd of the game. 2 for Harry Dole, 2 for Harper Chamberlain. The pair are causing chaos for Preseli Barbars.
Yeah, when they get their space, but you've got to take some credit there to Lewis Millen in that breakdown. He was under incredible pressure from the Barbars team defensively. Great set of rucking for him. Ball went free, managed to pick it up once it went free and release it. So great individual work from Millen there, the breakdown. And really, that was the basis where the Knights could launch that attack. So he's got to take some credit for that. Brilliant finish. But the Knights extend their lead.
So no kicks for this one, but a 12-point game between the two teams. 12-24.
Great response from the Knights, exactly what they wanted going to the last 2 minutes of this game. 2 scores up, 2 minutes to go. Loads of time for both these two teams to score more. Restart's going to be important here, and I'm sure that Rodri Davis will want to get a good one.
That will have the distance on it, and it is collected by Knights. A bit of a stumble and a tumble, but there was a knock-on in the process, so it will be Preseli Barbars.
Well, these little make such a difference. It was a great restart from Rodri Davis, and not quite managed to be gathered up by this Knights team. So it is going to be scrummed down. It is going to be a Barbars put in, and we also know Barbars can attack from absolutely anywhere, especially when you've got people like Walji on the pitch. So I'm sure he'll be licking his lips trying to get that ball in a bit of space. And here he is with the ball in hand. What's he going to do?
A little bit of it. A bit of goose there, just gets wrapped up by William. Can't get the ball away though. Wall and Neil surrounding him, but they have managed to find a man on the outside. Little twists and turning this way, that way, but they're not going to elude Lawrence Thomas, the number 11. RG picks it up and will spread it across this time for Preseli Barbars to use.
Great tackling. Great tackling, counter-rucking from the Knights. Trying to keep that space dead. Lovely.
How has he made that pass? Alex Christopher looking for a pocket to burst into, but another knock-on, and now be a scrum to Conquer Knights with less than a minute to go.
Well, the Knights will be really happy at a defensive set. A lot more organised than we saw them in their first game this morning. Real tenacity to their defence, and that has made a significant difference here, really. Not giving any space at all to this Barbars team. And understandably, 1 or 2 people feeling the knocks a little bit out there. It's pretty brutal. And these guys absolutely committing themselves to the contact area here. And the Knights will be hoping to get their hands on the ball here. Rolling on 1 or 2 subs for fresh legs. Good move from the coach, I believe, the Knights, really. So they brought on their finishers.
So here we go, let's see what they can do with it straight out of the scrum and into the hands. And William, who can't be far off of playing every minute of every game, gets his coattail really held on to there, but it will be a stride away, and this will be a brilliant way for Conquer Knights to finish this one. Lawrence Thomas going underneath the post. The Knights in their shining armour under the sunshine, battling their way to this one.
Well, what substitutions for the Knights. Yesson Williams, what an impact he made. Caden Davis straight from there, makes a difference, and it's going to be the Knights that are going to take this here. Brilliant work from them. They are going to progress through to the semi-finals. Congratulations to the Knights. Commiserations to the Preseli Barbars, 2 new additions, 2 new fantastic additions to the Bournemouth Sevens. Really good show from these teams, and the Knights progress to the semi-finals. Well done to them.
Yeah, brilliant game on all accounts. 7 wonderful tries, 5 of them going to Conquer Knights. Big round of applause then for the Preseli Barbars. They'll look to defend their Welsh 7 Series Championship starting next week. And we will see Preseli Barbars in the semi-final. Question is, who will they face?